The fields of Lincolnshire, England, are known for their quiet beauty. They stretch for miles, a patchwork of green and gold under a vast, often grey sky. For generations, farmers have worked this land, their lives marked by the rhythm of the seasons. It's a place where things are predictable, where the sun rises, where the sun sets, and the harvest comes in. But on one particular autumn afternoon, that predictability was shattered forever. A man named Arthur Vance, a farmer known for his dedication and tireless work ethic, was out in his field, just as he was every other day. He was a man of routine, a familiar face in the local pub, a steady presence in his community. But on this day, Arthur Vance simply vanished, leaving behind a mystery that would echo through the decades. He wasn't the type of person to just walk away from his responsibilities. Arthur loved his farm, he loved his family, and he loved his life, as simple as it was. His wife expected him home for dinner at 6 o'clock sharp. The story of his disappearance begins on an ordinary day that turned extraordinarily strange. Arthur Vance was in the middle of his work, a task he'd performed countless times. He was there one moment, a solid presence on his land, and then in the blink of an eye, he was gone. Arthur knew these fields like the back of his hand. For him to disappear from the very center of his own world was unthinkable. At the far end of the sprawling property, the search party found Arthur's bright red tractor. The diesel engine was still running, its low rumble breaking the stillness. Inside the cab, a half-eaten sandwich and a thermos of still warm tea suggested a sudden interruption, but the most chilling discovery was in the soft soil. Arthur's footprints led a few paces from the cab and then simply stopped. There were no other tracks, no signs of a struggle. The police were baffled. Despite a thorough search, they found nothing. It was as if Arthur Vance had been erased from the scene. Just when the official investigation was losing steam, a new and bizarre chapter began. A few nights after Arthur vanished, two teenagers camping nearby saw intensely bright, silent lights hovering over the field where his tractor was found. They saw the lights form a triangular pattern before merging into a single blinding orb. It hovered, then shot straight up into the sky and vanished. Their story might have been dismissed, but they weren't alone. An elderly woman across the valley also reported a silent, spinning saucer of light, calling it an unholy color she'd never seen before. With reports of strange lights, the most sensational theory emerged: alien abduction. Proponents pointed to the classic signs: a sudden vanishing, a running but empty tractor, and UFO sightings. More down-to-earth explanations fell apart. Arthur was happy and financially stable, ruling out a planned departure. Foul play was also suspected, but with no body and no physical evidence, that theory collapsed too. Each logical explanation led to a dead end, leaving a vacuum the alien abduction theory was eager to fill. The story became a modern myth, kept alive not by evidence but by its unanswered questions. The running tractor, the half-eaten sandwich, the footprints that lead to nowhere, the strange lights in the sky that elevate the story from a local tragedy to a global enigma. Each piece can be examined, but they never quite fit together to form a picture that makes sense in our rational world. Decades have passed since that autumn afternoon. The fields Arthur Vance once plowed are now worked by others, perhaps with newer, more advanced machinery. Most of the original witnesses are no longer with us, yet the story persists, passed down from one generation to the next, told around campfires and debated endlessly online. It serves as a stark reminder that not every mystery has a solution. In our modern age of surveillance cameras, GPS, tracking, and forensic science, we like to believe that nothing can truly be unexplained. The case of Arthur Vance challenges that belief at its very